Hi everyone, it's Louise with Louise McCarrick. And first I want to thank Michelle with Phoenix Flow Art for her fantastic contribution to this collaboration. And I also want to say I'm going to bring my Christmas contribution to you from the mountains of Asheville, North Carolina. So without any further ado, I'm going to start off very quietly and then I'll explain. So before you think this is a National Geographic video, I'm going to get started and I'm showing you my colors, my cell activator, and my swipe paints. And I'm going to make for you, what do you think? Tannenbaum, Oh Christmas Tree is my theme song that I'm going to use for this collaboration. And I'm going to start by making a bloom swipe Christmas tree. So here I am. I'm just getting the canvas prepped with my pillow, which is my multi-pro. And then I'm going to lay down my swipe colors. And I'm going to swipe these colors straight from top to bottom. And you'll see. So there I've got my green from Golden, which is the Titan green. This is Golden's Iridescent Silver. And then I have my Golden's Iridescent Pearl. And I'm going to swipe it and you can see what I'm doing. So most collaborations come with some kind of requirement, and this was no exception. And in this case, there were a few, and the first of which I'm going to share with you is a song, a Christmas song or a Christmas movie. And I selected a song, and the song I picked was Oh Christmas Tree, which is something I loved from very long ago when I was a little kid in school. And I love the song because I love trees. And that's one of the reasons why we moved to North Carolina, so I can be in the mountains with the trees. And in particular about the trees, I love the evergreen trees or the Christmas trees. And what I love about them is in the fall and the winter when all the other trees lose their leaves, the evergreens keep on with their pine needles all year long. And I just think that's magical because while all the other trees look very sleepy and tired, the pine trees just live on very colorfully and beautifully. And the other thing I love about the pine trees and the Christmas trees is the sound when the wind blows through their needles. It is just breathtakingly relaxing and peaceful. And that is probably one of my favorite sounds in the world. Just so quiet and so restful. So that's why I started out the video with no sound and just pine trees from start as a little sapling to a gigantic pine tree swaying in the forest. So another requirement for this collaboration is to make it snowy with a silver lining. So if you remember from my initial swipe, I did use my Golden's Titan Green Pale, followed by the Iridescent Silver by Golden, and then the Pearl by Golden as well. So with that, I swiped what hopefully appears to be snow, or at least have a snowy effect. And the silver is there, and it's also in every single smaller swipe I'm doing in making the tree. So in making the tree here, I'm using a variety of colors. I'm using Golden's Phthalo Green that's mixed with some carbon black to darken it. I've got Amsterdam's Bluish Green, Prism Pours Neptune Gaze with Sapphire. I've got an Artist Loft Metallic Green combined with some Deco Art Emerald. And my cell activator is my American Recipe, American Floetrol. So, and I'll link all of the colors below. So at some point here, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit as I've been doing because I don't have enough time to fit everything in this one little video. So if I jump ahead, you're not missing much, but you're getting the essence of all of this as we go. So another little note about the creation of this. I tried a couple different times and didn't have much success to start with. But this time what I was trying to do when I swiped is swipe down first and then out to the sides to make the branches seem more full, because when I was first doing this I was swiping straight out to the sides and they looked like little stick arms coming out and it didn't work very well. So just as a learning point here, it worked better for me putting the colors on an angle and then swiping down and then out like that. And so yes, Santa and the reindeer had another requirement for us during this collaboration, and that is to talk about our worst experience with food during Christmas. Well, I have to say, I was really lucky at Christmas because I came from a family that loved lobster, so we often had lobster on toast with homemade French fries, and it was delicious. And my grandmother would come over, and this is where the rub happened. Now, my grandmother was a great baker, and she had a sweet tooth and baked with all the old fashioned stuff, the lard and the sugar, and she lived to 102 years old. But I've got to say, one of the worst things she ever brought over to us was a fruit cake. I mean, what in the heck is with the fruit cake? It's awful. You have perfectly good fruit and you ruin it with whatever it is that you do to make a fruit cake. And now this is a woman who could make the most amazing lemon meringue pies, amazing apple pies, pumpkin pies, you name it, rhubarb pies. She could make anything. She could bake anything. And she would go out and buy a fruit cake and bring it over. Now, I will caveat it with the fact that she also would bring along her homemade pies so that I wouldn't have to suffer through the fruit cake. But I'll tell you, it doesn't even seem possible that somebody who could bake pies so well couldn't recognize that the fruitcake was horrid. And needless to say, I think I only had fruitcake one time in my life and never went back to it ever again. So here I just added a gold star using the 24 karat gold, and then I'm going to use a different brush to add little ornaments or lights in the same color. So here I am adding the Artez's Bordeaux Red to embellish with ornaments or lights to this tree. And so another little side note about the tree and why I like the tree so much. When I was a kid, it was really exciting when we switched over to using the blinking lights on the tree. And whenever we played Christmas music and had the lights going, I swear it was almost magical that every time the music played, the lights would blink exactly to the beat of the music. Now I know it was my imagination, probably as much as I wanted to believe that Santa was coming down the chimney, but it seemed to work every time. The blinking lights went with that beat of the music, and I just loved it. And now another little point about the lights on the tree. When we switched from the solid lights to the blinking lights, it was great because your hands didn't get burned if you ever had to switch out a bulb or move the bulb colors around. So there you go. There's my story about lights in the trees. You can't stop with just a Christmas tree. You have to put the ornaments on it. So I'm going to share with you one creation video of an ornament because I just learned how to do ornaments this year, and they're so easy and so fun. So I am using the same colors as I used on the tree, and that is the phthalo green combo. This is the Deco Arts metallic green combo. This is the bluish green by Amsterdam. And then next is my prism pour combo, and that is the all-important silver. Cell activator, and then the blowout. So I hope you enjoyed my portion of the collaboration, and I really hope everyone has a fantastic holiday. And I will be passing the reins off to Betty with Oak by Bettina. Bye for now, everybody.